I've just completed my PGCE and QTS here in the UK as a secondary art and design teacher, and here's what that whole year felt like: the good, the bad, and everything in between. So a bit about me: I have a master's in architecture from the University of Edinburgh, and then I have also had about 2-3 years experience in the design field before I moved on to work in South Korea in the EPIC program as an English teacher. This is where I discovered my love for teaching, and I wanted to come back and specialize in a subject I was passionate about, which was art and design in secondary education. So what this year looked like was a lot of reflection, lesson planning, feedback, days of training in and out of your training school or university, depending on where you're going to train in. There was so much to juggle, but when you look back at your year, you realize how quick it actually went. I feel like with teaching, it's so weird how it is so difficult, but then the highs you have really make it worth it. Being able to connect to your students, especially the ones that were difficult when you start off, and seeing them learn and grow and reach their full potential by the end of your training course is so great. You really do get attached to so many students once you get to know them better, and it is really a special job. I don't know if there's any other job out there that allows you to meet so many students and human beings and feel like you're part of something big. When you plan a lesson and it actually turns out to be a good one, that always makes you feel like you are a good teacher, because there's so many times where you can plan lessons and they never go to plan, and that does make you want to quit, but you just try again the next lesson or the next day, and it gets better and better each time. Connecting with different staff in different departments, in your own departments, learning from other teachers, and also learning from your students, especially in a subject like mine. I feel like some of my students are even more talented than me, and I feel like they inspire me every day. But along with these highs, I feel like there can be so many lows as well. I feel like it's a very tiring job. Every day you're teaching can be exhausting. I feel like there was a week where I used to come back and just sleep every single evening because I couldn't actually stay awake, especially in your PGCE year, because you have to juggle with an assignment, with creating your lesson plans, having your reflections ready, making sure you're organized so that you're meeting the teachers when you need to, making sure that everything is lined up so that you're planning ahead for your lessons. If you set homework, remembering when that homework was set for, marking, printing. Everything can just seem like a never-ending to-do list. I find it really hard when I have a bad lesson, or when I feel like my behavior management strategies have not worked. It used to give me a lot of anxiety, and I used to feel like I couldn't do it, but then I would try again, I would have another lesson, and when that would feel better, I would just forget about the other one. Also, the feeling of imposter syndrome, knowing that you're a teacher and that you have that responsibility, can seem a bit overwhelming, but it is just something that takes time. So my 3 biggest takeaways are to be consistent rather than to strive to be perfect. Perfection does not exist, and especially as a teacher, you're going to have good days and bad days, just like the students. But as long as you're consistent, if that's with your behavior policies, with your attitude, your workflow, your lessons, that is good enough. Building relationships with your students is key. I feel like remembering their names makes everything easier. Once they know you're genuine and you actually care about them, it will make your life and the student's life a lot easier. And that is what is so special about teaching. Your mentor can make or break your experience. I feel like I got incredibly lucky with having some of the best mentors, people in my department and my team that were so supportive, and they let me make mistakes and grow and learn at my own pace. But I also had friends that had mentors that made their life a living hell, which then led to them either dropping out of the course or just having a horrible year. So you need to remember that you can go into this experience with a difficult mentor, but you just need to be as positive as you can. And if it is really that bad, then talk to your training providers or your university, and hopefully they can sort something out for you. Reflecting and looking back, I feel like I would not change anything, but I would give myself more time to chill. I would allow myself to relax more and to not be so worried, because at the end of the day, you are a trainee teacher. You're there to make mistakes, you're there to learn, and it is not the end of the world if you don't get that lesson plan done, or if you don't get your homework or your marking done that night. Also, it's really important to know who the good people are within your course or within your school, and who you can have those conversations with when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed. It's really important to create that safe environment and community within your workspace, so that when you're feeling down, there's other people out there that can help you feel better. They were just a few things that I learned within my experience and last year. I feel like if I had the opportunity to do it again, I think I definitely would do it, because it was tough, but I don't think I've learned and grown so much in the span of a single year. If you are planning on doing a PGCE or you're thinking about starting one, please drop any comments or questions you have down below. I do want to make more videos regarding my experience and also what I'm going to be doing in the future, so please like and subscribe.